Jay-Z and Damon Dash's history goes way back when the two of them used their expertise to run Rockefeller. Jay-Z was the face of the company while Damon was the brain behind the business deals. Things were lovely between the two men, that is, until both of them fell for the same woman. Whether you're the best of friends or strangers, you know how this story ends. The two stars fell out soon after, but what exactly went down between the two of them remained a mystery until now. Now Damon has come forward with the truth, and Jay-Z has no option but to explain why he did what he did to his once friend and business partner. What happened between the two men that resulted in their falling out? And why is Damon coming forward now? Let's find out. Damon Dash's shocking accusation.
Told you that.
He said, yeah, I want to be looked at as a businessman, and as long as you're around, I can't be looked at as a businessman. But I was like, what's that got to do with Rockefeller?
Damon Dash recently appeared on Tony the Closer Robinson's Get Your Ass Up podcast, where he shared insights on entrepreneurship and success while addressing the long-standing fallout with Jay-Z. Dash, known for his candidness, didn't hold back, calling their split a betrayal rooted in money and admitting his own missteps in the process. Reflecting on their Rockefeller era, Dash likened their partnership to a hip-hop power duo, delivering some of the greatest tracks in the genre. But as the label soared, tensions over finances and control emerged, leading to their dramatic fallout. While Dash accepts some responsibility, he firmly maintains that greed and betrayal were the ultimate causes of their fractured relationship. This raw and revealing interview offers a glimpse into the complexities behind one of hip-hop's most iconic partnerships. Yeah, all that, but we were friends. How would you feel if your brother betrayed you for money? Would it hurt? That's the algorithm. It wasn't surprising, because that's what always happens. It was surprising, because that's what it was. We were breaking the algorithm. We were doing it a different way and sticking together, but that's what always happens. They make one sell out the other. Their friend, divide and conquer, that's a normal story. Damon says Jay-Z's betrayal was nothing out of the ordinary, as this is who he is. Someone who would lie and betray anyone for the sake of money. I mean, everybody knows Jay ain't expletive. Everyone knows that. Listen, if you ask anyone in the industry, it's a common knowledge that Jay ain't expletive. He's about the bag. We all know that. He's self-preserving, period. It's just that the people he does it to don't have Beyonce next to him. They don't have that kind of power. Rockefeller history. For Damon Dash, Rockefeller wasn't just a label, it was his life's work, his baby. Damon had poured his heart and soul into building this empire, and he had no plans of going anywhere. In his eyes, everything was golden. Jay-Z was cranking out hit after hit, and Damon was the mastermind behind the scenes, handling contracts and business deals. It seemed like they had the perfect formula for success and a partnership that could last for decades. What was even more surprising was that every major label had previously rejected Jay-Z's.
I had to do it myself.
Why did they say no?
Either he was too old, he rapped too fast, they just didn't have it. So we were like, we'll do it ourselves.
Damon believed they were in it for the long haul, conquering the hip-hop world together. He envisioned Rockefeller as a dynasty, with Jay-Z as the musical genius and himself as the business mogul. They were the ultimate dream team, and Damon thought their collaboration would stand the test of time.
The reason why Rockefeller was good, the reason why I did what I had to do, was because I knew how to have a clear dream without anyone obstructing it. I knew how to visualize winning. So if somebody told me, you can't do that because of this, get out my dream.
The collapse of Rockefeller Records is one of hip-hop's most dramatic tales, marked by betrayal, shifting alliances, and clashing visions between co-founders Jay-Z and Damon Dash. After renewing their contracts with Def Jam for $20 million in 2004, Dash believed the label was his life's work, stating, "We'll never break up. It's Rockefeller for life." But his optimism soon unraveled as Jay-Z took control. Def Jam acquired 50% of Rockefeller for $10 million, and Jay-Z accepted a presidency at Def Jam, giving him control of the label. Dash, blindsided by these moves, pleaded for the Rockefeller name to remain untouched. However, Jay-Z's decisive shift left Dash feeling betrayed, particularly as former allies, including artists like Young Chris and Freeway, sided with Jay-Z's in the split. Tensions within the company had been brewing, with Dash accused of mismanaging funds and succumbing to the spotlight. Beanie Siegel alleged Dash's lavish lifestyle and misuse of resources eroded Rockefeller's stability. Meanwhile, Dash blamed Def Jam's president, Lyor Cohen, accusing him of orchestrating the fallout for personal gain. Despite Dash's attempts to mend fences with an apology to Jay-Z, bitterness lingers. Jay-Z's meteoric rise contrasts sharply with Dash's struggles, leaving the Rockefeller breakup as a cautionary tale of friendship, ambition, and betrayal in the music industry. Now, Damon Dash, being the hustler that he is, didn't just sit back and watch. Alongside fellow co-founder Kareem Biggs Burke, Dash Dash launched the Damon Dash Music Group in 2005. So what if Jay-Z took everything that Damon had helped him build? Damon was ready to start afresh, but his friends and former label mates stayed with Jay. This must have put Damon in a troubling position that was created by Jay because he wanted to be the only one benefiting from Rockefeller. Starting fresh doesn't mean Damon has refused to be petty. In fact, he makes sure he gets back at the rapper any chance he gets. Turns out, Damon is still seething with rage at the betrayal, and honestly, we can't blame him. In 2021, Dash stirred up major headlines by trying to auction off his stake in Jay-Z's iconic debut album, Reasonable Doubt, as an NFT. Yep, you heard that right, an NFT. Naturally, this didn't sit well with Jay-Z, who quickly filed a lawsuit to stop Dash in his tracks. After some legal back and forth, the two sides finally reached a settlement in June. The agreement was clear. Dash can't dispose of any property interest in Reasonable Doubt in the future. Essentially, no more NFT antics with this legendary album. But this little setback wouldn't demotivate Damon. He wants to be remembered as a fighter who never gave up, despite this injustice he had to face. You know, like Alexander the Great. You know, the one that lived longer, a conqueror, a person that fought wars for the ones that he loved. I don't want to be known as an actor or singer or entertainer. I want to be known as someone that rumbles. I like to fight. He says he's had a good life and has no regrets about his time at Rockefeller. His friends are also speaking up to support him. Now that ages have passed since the Rockefeller days, Damon has a lot of personal achievements to boast about, yet everyone keeps asking him about Jay-Z. Cameron says, the only reason Damon has to keep talking about Jay-Z is because the media keeps asking him about the rapper. You get all these sound bites about Dame gotta stop talking about Jay-Z. He's always talking about Jay-Z. Why he talking about Jay-Z? You asked him about Jay-Z. He ain't just getting up there and talking about Jay-Z this and Jay-Z that. You ask him these questions so that when he answers, you can get the soundbite, and then it seems like he's just talking about history with Aaliyah. Jay-Z and Damon Dash's fallout from Rockefeller Records stemmed from personal and professional tensions. Allegations that Dash pursued women in Jay-Z's circle, including Beyonce and Aaliyah, added to the mistrust. DJ Funkmaster Flex claimed Dash violated an unspoken code, labeling him untrustworthy, while producer Choke No Joke supported these claims, stating Dash wasn't allowed near Beyonce at one point. Jay-Z and Aaliyah were rumored to have dated briefly, but Dash ultimately won her over. This rivalry deepened their divide, with Dash later admitting both had pursued Aaliyah. Despite attempts to reconcile, Dash has expressed lingering resentment, blaming their moral differences for Rockefeller's collapse. Today, Jay-Z's billionaire status contrasts sharply with Dash's struggle to regain his former success, keeping their strained history alive in the public eye. A chance of reconciliation. When asked what he felt about Jay-Z now, Damon said he felt nothing.
How do you feel towards Jay-Z now?
I don't feel nothing.
No bad feelings, no good feelings.
No feeling.
Now that ages have passed between the two ex-friends, looks like it's time the two mended their relationship and became friendly again. Apparently, it's already happening. Looks like Damon Dash and Jay-Z crossed paths again at a birthday bash for Rockefeller veteran Shaka Pilgrim. And guess what? They actually posed for a photo together. Who actually approached the other first remains a mystery, but there is some improvement in the relationship after all. There didn't seem to be a clear-cut this person approached this person introduction, but rather the happenstance that the two once best friends ended up in each other's space. Once Jay and Dame interacted, things seemed to smooth out. It was good to see them speaking. Jay has nothing but good words for Damon. After all, he has it all and has no reason to be bitter with his former business partner. It's a reflection of my mentality 23 years ago. I'm not so happy about how things rolled out, but for what we did when we were younger, it was great. It was beyond dope. He even brought up Dame in an award show during his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acceptance speech in November 2021. Shout out to Dame. I know we don't see eye to eye, but I can never erase your accomplishments, and I appreciate you and thank you for that.